Okay, this is part 3 of this small, very informal garden tour I'm trying to do here at Enchanted Gaia. I'm having a lot of problems with my signals, and so I'm going to try to upload this to YouTube. I can go a little bit longer. Hopefully, it won't have any problems with signals while I'm filming. Anywho, so this is the Sunken Moon Garden, and there was a pond here. We cleared that pond liner out, which is sitting way over there in the grass. I need to put that up on Facebook Marketplace, see if someone is interested in it. And I've started with a few plants in here. I'm not too attached to the plantings in here right now because I do know I'm going to have to top this sunken garden off with some more soil as the soil settles down into the tree trunks and branches and stuff that are underneath all this soil and mulch. But it was a start. I needed to get something in the space. Just had to. There is my lemony lace elderberry. It's doing very well. I'm excited to see how big and lush that gets. All of these hostas and phlox and everything else that's in here except for the elderberries were here already. So I'm going to see what the previous owner has in store for me as the season progresses. I'm not sure what this is. I've seen it before, but it's so pretty. It's just a bright pop of yellow. Very pretty. That's the black lace elderberry. And that's also doing very well. I think I picked pretty good spots for that. Just going to kind of pan around a little bit. All that you see there was here already. I brought some of my Buddhas and mermaid statues in for the pond. Found out we have a leak in the pond. So my sweetheart and I are going to try to figure that out this weekend and get that patched up so we can get the waterfall going again, because it was really so beautiful. Come through here. I've got my Kuan Yin, who I've had for a very long time, since 2011, I think. 2012. So she's here with me and in the garden. Try not to go too fast. The peonies that I've put in are doing very well. So I'm excited to see some blossoms from that. There's lots of sedum and phlox, random tulips that are kind of going by. The daffodils are done. It's a beautiful bathing lady here. The smoke bush, yay, is starting to leaf out a little bit. So I'm happy to see that. These pink tulips are just beautiful. Those were here, I believe, already. I don't think I put those in. So I'm happy to see those. The salvia I put in is just a haven for the bees. They've been all over it. So Peter Rabbit here. And this pretty forsythia bush. It only got flowers on the bottom. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll figure out when's the best time to prune that, and maybe it will bounce back and be flowered up more next year. Got a new peony here that I put in. It's called Carl Rosenfield, and it's a red peony. I think that'll be beautiful. And a new astilbes down in there. You can see it. And then she had lots of astilbes also. And so I'm excited to see what colors those are coming up. Some coral bells. There's just a lot in here that I really don't know what it is yet. So it's an exciting time here at Enchanted Gaia, because I came into a very lush and beautiful garden, and then bringing my own things in. It's very exciting. That's my prairie fire crabapple I put in. It's so pretty. Another peony here, and I believe that this was here already, so not one of mine. Well, I guess they're all kind of mine, but they weren't planted by me. I owe all of this lushness to the previous owner, Marie. So some more daffodils that are kind of going by. I'm not sure what this big bunch is here, but I'm excited to see. And looks like rose campion back here. These little fluffy foliage. At least that's what mine always look like in the spring. So I'm hoping that's what's coming up, because that's one of my favorites in the garden. They're so delicate and beautiful. And Venus here. She's looking so lovely. Surrounded by some hostas and some phlox. I've put a couple bulbs down in, and honestly I can't even remember what I put in. It's a rose bush that it's looking a little bedraggled, but there is some new growth coming in down in there. So we'll let it go and see what happens. Got some irises I put in. And there's a lot of lilies in this garden as well. So we'll see. Queen of the Fairies there. Some more stilbies here. I took the fencing out that was along the back here a few weeks ago because I needed something different around the butterfly garden. Chives. I love chives. It's one of my favorite things to see in the garden because they're just so sweet. They're so sweet. Another. I put in 2 white bleeding hearts right in the middle of the heat of earlier this month. So they're looking a little sad, but they will bounce back next year better than ever. I'll take you over here real quick. It's a new azalea that I've put in, which is red. You can see right there. So that was all flowered out when I bought it, and then we just had cold. We had a lot of cold, and then it got super hot. So flowers that weren't already in the ground, that were waiting in pots, suffered a little bit. All right. Don't mind my grass. It's in dire need of mowing. But I love the ground cover, ajuga. I love those, so I'm happy to see those spreading around. But look at this. I think this is possibly echinacea. I hope so. I love coneflowers, and that's a huge. Actually, I don't know, because look at that. If anyone knows what that is, please let me know. I'm super excited though. Lots of daylilies here. I'll be sharing these with anyone that would like them. Because there's just a lot. I don't need quite that many. And big, beautiful hostas. I don't really need this many hostas, but it's okay. Got some bumblebee action over there. And I put 3 viburnums in this bed. They should get pretty big and lush, and it will help solidify, I guess, the border of the garden. Some more hostas here, and periwinkles. I started bringing in, it's that cardboard. Gotta grab that. Started bringing in some fairy